The final question is, can you think of any time in recorded human history where women have more power than they have right now? So because men were expected to produce, that's why they went into the workforce, and that's why men dominate the workforce now. It's because women wanted to stay at home and have kids, and they wanted men to go out and provide. So why is it necessarily a bad thing that we live in a patriarchal world when that's what women wanted?
Well, I think we've developed far beyond that.
I feel like
obviously centuries ago, yeah, biologically, we're meant to recreate and procreate, but now we've developed beyond that, so why can't we shift that norm?
Yeah. When men were in charge, didn't they still make laws to protect women?
yes.
What do you mean? Like
Yes.
what kind of?
I mean, obviously, we have laws against sexual violence against
Barely.
women.
Domestic violence.
We do.
Well, here's the
Okay,
thing.
we
Yeah,
have,
those were
we
also
have,
recent.
we have domestic violence shelters for women. We have family courts actually kind of favor women, believe it or not. So I'm just saying. I mean,
Did somebody in the background say not
if we live
anymore?
in a male-dominated society,
But
we
isn't it
still
sad that we have to make laws to protect women from men?
Well, wouldn't it be sadder if we couldn't?
Okay, well, related to that, right? If we lived in a matriarchy where women had all the power, would women still make laws to protect men?
I hope they would, but I would also hope that men would be fighting for equality as well.
Well, why aren't feminists fighting for those laws right now?
That's what feminism means. Feminism just means equality. It means equality for men, women, the environment, people of every color.
So my question about this then is, feminism
Before you get into that question, she was going to say what I think a majority of people are thinking at this particular point.
Which is
A lot of the feminists that they come across aren't really the type of feminists that are fighting the fight of what feminism is for. By the definition of feminism, I'm an ally for feminist.
okay.
By the definition of what it means to be a feminist, I am a believer in equal opportunity for all genders. It does not mean that there's an expected equal outcome.
Right.
I don't think we can ever have that equal outcome.
Right.
But absolutely, there should be equal opportunity in all aspects. You know, earlier they talked about presidencies and things like that. King Smith personally would not mind voting for a qualified individual, no matter what their gender is.
Lady or not, better make it double.
To protect the world from devastation.
To unite all peoples within our nation.
To denounce the evils of truth and love.
To extend our reach to the stars above.
Meowth!
And I'm James.
Fair enough.
That's my 2 cents. So yes, I am a feminist by the actual definition. Now, what she was talking about, though, a lot of the people that fall into the realm of saying that they're a feminist,
Right.
oh,
They tend to only fight for like women's causes.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
equality, why isn't there equal representation of both men and women's issues?
Yeah. Because I think that since we are in a patriarchal society, that women's issues are more prevalent and more pressing than the ones that men are currently facing, because they do have a lot more privilege than women do.
Who's to say one is more oppressing than the other?
There's a lot of statistics and things out there that would say that.
Is it possible to be pro-men without being anti-woman?
Yes.
Yes.
We got
So
it.
many feminists think that it's a zero-sum game, that you can't be one without being against the other.
I
What
don't
we were
think
just
a lot
talking
of,
about.
If they think that they're not real feminists, again, feminism just means equality. If they think that, then
Then
they're
why
they're
don't
not
they just
real
call it
feminists.
equality?
Well, yeah, why don't they just call it equalism?
Bam.
That's the definition. I didn't write it.
Bam. That's exactly really the way King goes is I'm not an ally of feminism and just that. I'm not an ally of men's rights and just that. I'm an ally of equal opportunity for all.
Yeah. Fairness.
Fairness.
And
okay.
At the base of everything, that's what this channel is about. I know you guys might think that we're bashing women, but it's about fairness. Men want fairness, women want fairness, and we're trying to offset those scales of people who just have their hand out. They want things because they think they deserve them without putting in any work. We want fairness. That's it. So once again, channel's not about bashing women, even though it might seem like it sometimes.
Then maybe they should rename it.
Or just call it humanism, right?
Right. Yeah.
Humanism.
Maybe.
That's
But I
actually
think
Equalism.
it's probably because it started as the feminism movement and then it started translating into more and more things.
I don't think so.
How will we know when we've achieved equality? Like, what's the end goal?
I think when you see more equal representation in
See,
everything.
I see that. I genuinely do. But here's the thing, it's unequal. It can be equal or unequal in anything, whether men are treated unequally, whether your race is treated unequally, whether I'm just shorter or I look like I'm 12 in the workforce. Like,
I think she's heard that before. She's heard that at
it's not
work.
just one thing that is oppressing everyone. Everyone makes opinions and assumes something about someone, and you can't help that.
She got me back on her side. With that little spiel that she just said there, right there at the very end, she's right. There's people want what they can't have, or they want representation in things. Sometimes, in my opinion, even if they really don't care,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? They just want to see that things are represented or see more like them, but not for any real reason. You know, not for any reason of to say that, oh, there isn't enough young women engineers that are out there, you know, that are doing this job or whatnot and being represented in the same way that I am. Even if there's not enough black African American pilots.
Goodbye, Henry.
That are out there flying. We just want to see it to know that it's there.
Right.
But then what's the why? Now, what if black African American men don't want to be pilots?
Nah, bitch, I'm cool.
That's true. That's true.
Is there going to be somebody else out there in the world that goes, no, you need to be a pilot.
Right.
So I'm going to fight this fight and champion this cause. I know I might catch flack for that, but you know what? Let me know in the comments what y'all think.
Okay, this will be the final question, okay? So the final question is, can you think of any time in recorded human history where women have more power than they have right now?
He said she's looking.
I don't know if I know the answer to that.
She's like, come
But
on.
I guess it would be in a matriarchal society.
What you got?
No, I can't. And I also can't think of a time in history when cultures were this,
Divided?
no, well, in America, the opposite of division. Like,
Oh, unified?
not, like, mingled, like,
Yeah, like,
Interwoven?
just as far as like diverse,
Marriages.
diverse, I guess you would say.
well, yeah,
Okay.
diverse in marriages and stuff, because it used to be very looked down upon for
Okay.
centuries.
And then just continuing this one little part, can you think of any countries other than Western countries like America, Australia, Canada, United Kingdom, where women have more power than
Nope.
they do in those countries? Because it's certainly not the Middle East, and it's
doubt
certainly
it.
not Southeast Asia.
Nope.
So finally, can you tell me? Why women feel the most oppressed? So finally, why do you think that so many women feel the most oppressed in both the time and place where women have the most power?
I like this dude's channel. I don't know what they're about to say, but oh my goodness, I don't know why I've never thought about that.
I told he comes with the questions, yo.
I've been to the countries that he's mentioned. For those of y'all that don't know, your boy's worldly traveled over here. Okay, and yes, the laws for genders in the Middle East
That's different, very
are
different.
very, very different. Okay, the laws in certain Southeast Asian cultures are very, very different.
You can't travel outside without a male figure. And I think you can't be a certain amount of distance from that male figure, too.
In some places, women aren't even allowed to drive. In certain places that are warring right now, women aren't even allowed to be educated.
Yep.
And that's tragic. That's oppression. I mean, and I don't want to do the whole let's measure oppression, type situation over here, because you could do that about everything.
Yeah, do it all day.
But the question that he just posed, let's see what they have to say.
No,
I think
I
that
would love
you
to
should
know.
never stop fighting for equality. Just because you have more equality than another country doesn't mean you should just settle for that. I think
Well,
that you should work for where you are, and you should also
Which
help
is what
women
I'm
in other
already doing.
countries.
So that's what I'm doing already.
Good job, then.
So then why are we still complaining?
I don't know.
There's a difference between complaining and doing something about it.
Dang, you see those
Exactly.
daggers should have
Yep.
shot at her?
That's what I'm doing.
I think that a lot of feminists are doing things about it.
I like that redhead.
Yeah.
Man,
She shot some daggers at her. She was like, really?
I wish I would have known what their relationship are to each other. If they're just friends
think
or
it
if
was
they're
friends.
related or roommates. Oh, man.
Yep.
That was a good video, Sean.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, tell it to him. I didn't make the video.
Hey, it's complicated, brother. You put out some really good content. I've seen some of your other stuff as well. And that in question, oh, man, I wish my brain worked that fast.
He dropped some bombs.
I'm from Alabama. My brain doesn't work that fast.
Don't worry. I'm from up north. Mine doesn't need either. So
Good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, man, we have to do some more reactions to this guy's content.
We will.
I think he posed some really good critical thinking questions. And I don't know his sampling size or the amount of people that he asked or whatnot. But from that video and other stuff that I've seen of his content, he put some really good stuff out there.
Yeah. I say he's a great question asker.
Person
There you go.
type interviewer.
Yeah. Interviewer. Yeah. Hey, whatever. Yeah.
Yes. Well, all right then.
All right.